Why is crude oil the most valuable black liquid on Earth? The answer hides inside one tiny atom: carbon.
Carbon can bond to itself more than any other element, creating millions of different molecules. That's organic chemistry.
But the simplest organic molecules are hydrocarbons, just carbon and hydrogen, and most of crude oil is one family, the alkanes. Alkanes form a homologous series. Each member differs by one CH2 group, but they share a secret formula: how many hydrogens? The general formula is CnH2n plus 2. For pentane with 5 carbons, that's C5H12. This formula is the key to their structure. Notice every bond is single, no double or triple bonds. That means they have the maximum number of hydrogens. We call them saturated hydrocarbons. But why are the bonds at 109.5 degrees? Each carbon uses sp3 hybrid orbitals, pointing to the corners of a perfect tetrahedron. What happens when you mix an alkane with water? Nothing. They don't mix, they don't react. Why are alkanes so unreactive? Because carbon and hydrogen have almost the same electronegativity. The electrons are shared equally. No partial charges, so no attraction for other chemicals. Yet we burn alkanes everywhere, for electricity, heating, transport. So what happens when they react with oxygen? That's when things get dangerous. Incomplete combustion produces carbon monoxide, a toxic gas with no color, no odor. How does it harm you? It steals oxygen from your blood. Carbon monoxide binds to hemoglobin 200 times stronger than oxygen. Your organs starve. You feel dizzy, then unconscious, and without ventilation, death follows. That's the silent killer. But there's more. Inside a hot car engine, nitrogen from the air reacts with oxygen. That creates nitrogen oxides, NO and NO2. Why are they so bad? Nitrogen oxides dissolve in rain to form acid rain. It kills trees, destroys lakes, and eats away limestone buildings and iron bridges. Add unburnt hydrocarbons, VOCs, and sunlight, you get photochemical smog. It causes cancer, asthma, and it's a major city killer. What if we could scrub the exhaust? Catalytic converters use precious metals like platinum to turn poisons into harmless gases.
Carbon monoxide becomes carbon dioxide. Nitrogen oxides become harmless nitrogen gas. Unburnt fuel becomes water and CO2. But there's a catch.
Catalytic converters don't remove carbon dioxide, and CO2 is a greenhouse gas, the main driver of climate change. So burning alkanes always has a price. But alkanes can react in another way, not just with oxygen, this time with halogens, but only if the sun is shining. Why does light matter? In sunlight, bromine reacts with an alkane. In darkness, nothing happens. The secret is ultraviolet light. It starts a chain reaction of free radicals. UV light breaks the halogen bond perfectly in half. Each atom keeps one electron. These are free radicals, incredibly hungry, unstable particles. The chlorine radical attacks the alkane, stealing a hydrogen. It forms hydrogen chloride and leaves behind a new free radical, the ethyl radical. Then the ethyl radical grabs a chlorine from another Cl2 molecule. It makes chloroethane and regenerates a chlorine radical. The chain reaction continues. But the reaction doesn't stop. Free radicals attack products already formed, creating a messy mixture. That's why free radical substitution is not useful for making pure chemicals. What if the same molecular formula gives two completely different molecules? That's isomerism. Let's start with butane, C4H10. One isomer is straight-chain butane. The other is branched, called methylpropane. Same atoms, different connections. This is structural isomerism. They have different boiling points because the branched shape reduces surface area for intermolecular forces. But their chemical reactions? Almost identical. From butane onwards, isomers multiply. C5 has 3, C6 has 5, C8 has 18. This is why organic chemistry has millions of compounds. One formula, many structures. So why does this matter? Because different isomers can be fuels, plastics, medicines, or poisons, all from the same atoms. Carbon's superpower is connection. Let's bring it all together. Alkanes are the simplest hydrocarbons, saturated, nonpolar, generally unreactive, but they burn for fuel and substitute with halogens under UV light.
Before we finish, let's test your memory. What's the general formula of alkanes? Shout it out!
Correct! CnH2n plus 2. Saturated means all single bonds, maximum hydrogens. Tiny electronegativity difference between carbon and hydrogen. Exactly. No partial charges. So alkanes are not attacked by nucleophiles or electrophiles. That's why they're unreactive under normal conditions. But with oxygen, they burn. Complete combustion needs plenty of air, products, CO2, and water. Incomplete combustion gives toxic carbon monoxide. Why is CO so dangerous?
Yes, carbon monoxide binds 200 times stronger to hemoglobin than oxygen does. It causes chemical suffocation. Even small amounts can kill.
Catalytic converters remove CO, NOx, and unburnt hydrocarbons, but they cannot stop CO2, a greenhouse gas driving climate change. Now the substitution reaction. Alkanes plus bromine plus UV light, bromoalkane. What's the first step? UV light breaks the BR-BR bond. What's that process called?
Homolytic fission. Two chlorine free radicals are born. Then they attack the alkane, removing a hydrogen. That's the propagation step.
The chain reaction repeats hundreds of times until two free radicals meet and terminate the chain. That's free radical substitution in a nutshell. Termination happens when any two free radicals combine. The chain ends. That's why you get a mixture, many different termination events. Isomerism starts at butane. Straight chain and branch chain, same C4H10, different properties. Why does branching lower the boiling point?
Branched molecules have a smaller surface area, weaker London forces between them, so they boil at a lower temperature. Clever, right?
For pentane, 3 isomers. The most branched one, neopentane, boils at only 9 degrees Celsius, almost a gas at room temperature. Isomerism changes physical states. In car engines, branched alkanes burn more smoothly. That's high-octane fuel. Straight chains cause engine knock. So isomerism isn't just academic, it saves engines.
You can do this yourself with a model kit. Same pieces, different arrangement. That's the beauty of structural isomerism. You can do this too.
Let's review the heroes and villains. Alkanes, the stable backbone. Free radicals, the reactive attackers. Carbon monoxide, the silent killer. Catalytic converter, the cleaner. Memorize this table. Alkanes are the foundation of organic chemistry. Understand them, and you understand fuels, plastics, and even your own body's chemistry. From crude oil to climate change, from car engines to blood poisoning, alkanes touch everything. Next time you fill up your car, you'll see the chemistry. Today we covered hydrocarbons, alkanes, their reactions, and isomerism. But organic chemistry is huge. Alkenes, alkynes, alcohols, and more are waiting. What if I told you that double bonds make molecules much more reactive? In the next lesson, we explore alkenes and polymerization, the chemistry of plastics. If you made it this far, you're serious about chemistry. Hit pause, write down the key points. Active recall doubles your retention. Like this video if you want more organic chemistry breakdowns. Subscribe and ring the bell. Don't miss the next lesson on alkenes. Comment your biggest takeaway or any question. I read every comment. What confused you about free radicals? Ask now. Don't just watch, do. Draw the tetrahedral shape of methane. Write the general formula 5 times. Test yourself on isomerism. That's how you master chemistry. Use spaced repetition. Make flashcards for homologous series, saturated, sp3 hybridization, combustion types, free radical steps, and isomerism examples. The secret to alkanes' unreactivity is the tiny electronegativity difference. Always compare carbon to hydrogen. Hands-on learning works. Buy a cheap molecular model kit. Build butane and methylpropane. See the difference with your own eyes, you'll never forget. This is just the first mile. Organic chemistry is a vast, beautiful landscape. Every functional group adds new reactions, new molecules, new real-world applications. Alkanes start in crude oil, but they become medicines, plastics, clothes, and fuels that power civilization. You now understand the first chapter. Thanks for learning with me. Stay curious, stay safe in the lab, and I'll see you in the next video, where double bonds change everything. Bye!